Hello everyone, Puzzle and Light here, and welcome to another little episode of Puzzle and Dragons. However, this will be a little different because I will be taking you through a box tour of my main account, Light, at Puzzle and Dragon forums. And it'll just be a quick little overview of what monsters I have, and I'll make sure to go into detail into some of them, and some stories on how I got them, if I remember. Now, begin. This will be sorted through type, but I believe chronological order would be better. Just do some chronological order. And here we go. Now, I fed away my starter dragon a while ago, so he's not the first. But we'll just go from chronological order and with type, and just go from there. This is the oldest monster that I have. He was one of the first samurai ogres I got during the main game, and I loved him to death. Once I was able to use him on my team, with just 11 costs, I could just annihilate things, many things. I could just do it. And I remember using him on a little devil team as well, with batting, so that was cool. Second was, this was once a Fairleo, and I thought it was pretty cool at first because it was a Fairleo. I didn't know much about Puzzle and Dragons, so I just left it at that. I once had a 4 Toy Tops as well, but I fed that away because I accidentally fed it pluses, and I got another mini 4 Toy Tops, so I'm holding on to that. So third is my horse, as you see here. I got him during a Gonfest, I believe, or a fire gala, something like that. So I was like, oh my god, Horus, he was a pretty cool god. I remember that when I tried to use him, I couldn't make sense of his attacks. However, once I got like a fire, water, wood, and dark combo, that was my first full color combo, I believe. The multiplier activated, and I didn't know why. It was hilarious. So I did some research, I found Puzzle Dragon X, and now I use that website a lot, and I finally understood why his leader skill was like that. Now, I believe it was during the same REM, or a different one. I believe it was a different REM. I got Hades. Hades looked really cool on his first stage. And this was when I started to get introduced to Mega Evolutions. I mean, Digimon, I was thinking Digimon, no. When I was thinking of Ultimate Evolutions, this was the first Ultimate Evolution I saw, period. I was like, oh my god, this guy looks really cool, I'm going to get him. And now here he is at level 82. He's been untouched really, but he's level 82. He's pretty good by that, but I plan to max him someday. Maybe try to scale up his gravity if possible. Now, he has an interesting story. I got him when he was just a Vritra, yeah. And I remember that I thought he was so OP that I used him on a baby team I made. It was hilarious. I still have the video actually. However, it's on a different channel that I own. I'll put a link to it in the description or in an annotation somewhere, because that was hilarious. I thought that team was so overpowered and awesome. And other than that, let's just get on with it. Here is my Kuchu. I remember when he was just a Highlander. I once again pulled him from the REM. He was very essential. I think I got her as a Naga from the REM as well. Another REM roll. See, I got trolled a lot by the REM, so... However, they came in useful. At first, he was a Devil Neptune, but I changed him to Physical in order to be Taku Mercata, because I needed that little physical typing with RCD, so he's gonna remain Physical. Next up is Siren. I remember I got her during a Palig roll, I believe. and I thought Siren was really cool. In fact, I did some research on Siren when I was just scrolling through monster by monster in PDX, and Siren was pretty good, so I just kept her. Skilled her up a little, but not max yet. Here I have Lightning Holy Dragon, and this was one of the oldest rippers that I actually kept. I fed away my Volcano Dragon, my Crystal Aurora Dragon, and my Devil Dragon. Only my Lightning Holy Dragon and my Graviton Earth Dragon remain out of the originals. So he holds a very special place in my heart. And as you can see, I don't need to level him up any further because A, I don't have the light experience, and B, I just don't want to level him up any further. Now, another role from the REM was Drake. I remember when I got him, he was really cool looking, but at this point I got a little into Puzzle Dragons. I started to know what was good and what was bad, and I thought he was really bad. But now, with his new Ultimate Evolution, I might have to reconsider that and try to Ultimate Evolve him, see if I can utilize him in the team in any way possible. And, let's see, Gigas, this guy, he was a drop from the Tower of Giants, and I was really surprised, like, oh my god, really? He dropped? And then I just leveled him up and I'm using him. That's just it. I plan to Ultimate Evolve him sometime later in order to not get that crappy negative RCB, but that's just me. Now here we have Top Joy Dragon. I remember that this was the first of the many small collabs that I would be running in this game, and he was just really useful overall for the Wednesday dungeon. But now my overpowered physical team could take a hit or two, recover, and just annihilate almost every single normal weekday dungeon. Not the technical ones, because they are really something. And now here comes the Knights. I remember this was an Ancient Dragon Knight, not Zeal, and he got me through a lot of first tier dungeons, but it was up to Castle of Satan that he started to lose his use. And then around that time I got used to Horus, and once I used Horus to complete Castle of Satan, that was it. I just went on a Horus roll. However, when the Ultimate Evolution came out, I decided, what the heck, and I Ultimate Evolved him. Next up is Phoenixite Homura. I still have yet to Ultimate Evolve him, but like Ancient Dragon Knight Zeal, I want to use him a lot, but I just need to get the appropriate skill ups. If only their dungeons will let me do that, that is. And now here's another Ice Armor Ogre. He's just there. He is. Dual typings are good. Batty. This was like my first orb changer before he became King Batty, and my dark types got a lot of use from it. I ran a 2-4-2 dark type team, or 2-2-4 dark type team. 2 times HP, 2 times attack, 4 times RCB, with a Moon Dragon Despinus, which I fed away, and a Lucifer Friend, which is obviously not in use quite often. And now here's my Vampire Duke, and he is my first max skilled orb changer actually. Oh no, he's my third max skilled orb changer. The first one being Siegfried, the second one being Cuchulainn. And I love this guy to death on dark teams, and with the whole skill boost thing going on with Bronia saving teams, he just makes this a whole lot easier to sweep dungeons with. And now this one was an interesting story. I remember that I was such on a Seraphim of Dawn Lucifer craze that when I pulled this guy, I was disappointed entirely. I didn't want him at all. I thought of feeding him away, but then I just saw his evolution. I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep him. He looks pretty cool, and he was a good addition to my dark teams. And when that awoke, then when all of his awakening skills came out and his Evil Nova fix, which is like really useful for any type of situation, I just kept him and I just leveled him up to where he is now. Grips Rider, was another REM troll. I thought I didn't want him, but he came up useful once again. I may have to fully awaken him in order to get the full package, but hey, I'm just getting used to the whole demo thing. And now here comes Marine Rider. He is a very interesting sub. I have no use for him as of yet, but if I do get Gaia or something along those lines, I might start a green attacker team. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe, maybe. Probably not. No. Can't beat Gaia for the life. And here we have a Flame Armor Ogre. I did it because typing. Bracky, because Bracky. I remember I got him as a regular Horai, and then I Ultima evolved him because he looked badass and he had a lot of attack. He has a really cruddy other stats though, but his attack is phenomenal. I would give him that. I might make a Horus team or an Evo Xerog team if I have the full cost. I might have the ability to run at least, so if the Xerog cost is cut down to 60 and transferred, because this week cut down to 60, then I could run one Xerog and then 3? 4, maybe. 4 Sky Dragons. Depends. Shiny, I decided to Ultimate Evolve him just for the hell of it. But I have seen an increase in my healer areas, so I might have a use for him. Omega Knight Sky Dragon Elysion. I remember I got Elysion at first, but I fed him away. Then I ran the Rush Dungeon, and I got him on Master. Then I ran Legend, stoned it once, I got him again, and I fed it to him, and he just got that awakening. Verge has still yet to see his third evolution. I'm just too lazy to get the materials. Voice is a very good sub, very good leader. I love the 2x HP, 2x attack thing going on. Paired with Agonia, he could be very useful for types of dungeons, such as Dragon Zombie, which I should have ran, but I have no need for Dragon Zombie at this moment, unless I get Aronia somehow. And so, I have an Awoken Hera, because yeah, I remember I got him as a regular Nirai Kunai, Ultimate Evolve him as well. Then another Hera, because, you know, just gravity. Now, my Siegfried is my pride and joy out of everyone in my box, because when my physical team started to take roots, he was the guy that just kept everything steady. And now here he is, plus 170, max awakened, max skilled, max leveled. It's a long process. King Bubbly, I still have yet to fully skill him up, but I'm in the I'm progressing. See, I just need to get more Bubblies, etc. Save some kings without succumbing to temptation, per se. Now, Isle Dragon Yggdrasil, I did a video on him a long time ago with a grind team. Now I can definitely beat him on Master. I can definitely beat him on Master for sure with my Siegfried team without even trying. Heck, I could take my 2-4-2 fire team and sweep. Only if that dungeon comes around again, that is. Now, Drawn Joker is an interesting case. I didn't want this guy because I just didn't want him, but he's a very good devil, so I kept him. Anti-Thera, I thought he was a really cool guy. I'm a very cool dragon to use. 5x water attack. I was like, oh my god, I could use this for my water type teams. But the 5% or less thing, and physical type HP, it's gonna be pretty tough to get down to 5%. So I'm just gonna leave it off until either he gets a leader skill boost, well, preferably if he gets a leader skill boost, really like 20% HP, because that would be a lot more useful than just 5%. Now, Bane was interesting at the end. I got him during the Batman collab, obviously, and I can only do expert. Oh, hey, sorry about that. My computer almost froze. I can only get Bane through expert, and that was pretty much it. Sealed the deal. Now here we are up to Grundy. I didn't even touch this guy. Well, I thought of using him as a substitute for Hermes, but I don't know what to do with him now. I just kept him as a trophy. Now Midgard, I didn't want this guy first, but he did provide very good HP statistic, as well as a little defensive boost just in case. So I might try to ultimate evolve him in order to get a better use out of him, or just fully max level him for all the HP pool. Takumi Nakata was another interesting case. I did a dungeon on her as well, and I remember stoning that dungeon with my physical team. But now, if I go back there, I can definitely take her down. Definitely. Most definitely. In fact, I did do that. I should have recorded it though. But I'll do it once Takumi Nakata returns. But anyway, here we have Flame Chaser. I don't remember where I got him. Oh, I remember I got him from the Flame Mech Dragon. It was a random invade. I was like, oh my god, I want to get him, and then I got him. Now Siegfried, I did 2 heroes at least 2-3 times before I actually got the Siegfried. The other 2 times were Kuchu. But hey, they were good skills. Hera Or, she was a pain. An absolute pain. I hated her dungeon. I hated her dungeon's guts. It was absolutely horrifying what I had to go through to get this Hera Or. It was horrifying. I just had really underleveled subs, but I could probably take on Legend again. I'm not touching Mythical because I can't clear Mythical without stoning it. And yeah, Tsukuyomi, I ultimate evolved her, but I devolved her so I could take on the new Xuanzang Descended dungeon. I failed, so I'm going to either keep her this way or just ultimate evolve her again. I'm probably going to keep her, just in case. Omega Holy Sky Dragon is the same cases as all the other Sky Dragons. In fact, I have all Ultimate Evolutions of all the Sky Dragons, just cause. These are my trophy dragons until I get Zayrog, in which I could utilize these trophy dragons, finally. And now Megalodran, I wanted to use him for my physical team, but then I got Amberjack, and he's like the Gabriel of physical teams, and without the really good RCB. Dual orb changes, one for offense, one for defense, and then the other is heal. I thought that was pretty cool. Now I don't know what to do with this Megalodran at all. I might have to feed it off. Now Messenger of God Archangel, I remember I evolved it during one of my episodes. It's just a regular Archangel, and I might have a use for her if I get Twinlets, / I have actual leader / team composition I could use. Another baddie for the Devils, and then Kirin was a role during the Chinese Godfest. I was like, yes, I got a Kirin! 25 times attack, woo! And then her Ultimate Evolution came out, I couldn't get it. And then I was blessed by Golden Keeper from the Palette Machine during a rare evolution material thing going on. And that was really exciting because I could actually Ultimate Evolve her, get my first Ultimate Evolution from a Golden Keeper. And I thought that was pretty cool. Here is my Seiryu. She is like the best sub I can get. She's still in experimental stage as a leader because I still have yet to get the proper subs for her. I want to get a physical, no, I want to get a Blue Odin, so for the RCV, or get a duplicate Karen and just stick her as a blue-green leader to keep this Karen as a sub. So then I could have a total of 3 early Eastern 7 stars and just work the magic. Now Athena was an absolute pain. She was even worse than Hera. I 10 stoned this dungeon. I 10 stoned. Count. 10 stoned her dungeon. I was stupid. I came in with a physical team. I had a lot of stones from just doing in-app purchases. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I don't care. I wasted 10 stones on a dungeon. FML. I could have used those stones for something else. But I really wanted Athena, and it was pretty stupid. But anyway, now we get up to Kitten and Mimi now. This is during the Hello Kitty collaboration. This is the only monster I saved from the dungeon drops because all the other monsters were absolutely useless. Yeah, that was pretty much it. She's going to be very useful for my mono blue team in the progress because I really want to test her out. It could be very, very useful. I feel as if I'm missing something about it. As you scroll up. No, I'm not forgetting anyone. Okay. I thought I was forgetting someone. But she's going to be very useful once I max skill her with all the crabs I've been getting. Now, Belial was a very interesting role because I was working on my Hera or Devil team and Belial came out. I was like, oh, okay. I got myself a Belial. Her ultimate evolution came out. I went with that. And now I have a slight RCV boost, a mini Sonya, and so on and so forth. It's very interesting because now I can have some survivability without just one Sonya. But I do prefer Hera or Sonya for the attack at least. And a little bit of RCV. Second Bubbly for the same reason as second baddie. Valkyrie here was a REM role for some odd reason. I don't remember what Godfest it was, but it was an REM role. This was a Phallic Machine role. I want to Ultimate Evolve him into the Healer Unicorn, so then I can test some waters in the healer area. Zeus here was another interesting run, because after 3 stones of stamina refreshes at around 110-ish stamina, I managed to get 1 0 stone, second 1 0 stone, and that was it. I didn't want to try my luck, and so I have those 2 Zeus. Here I have Beast Rider, because REM is awesome. This was during the latest Godfest, so there. And here we have Parvati, another one from the recent Godfest. No, not from the past Godfest. I mean, like Player's Choice Godfest. Yeah. No. Indian and it was Player's Choice, I think. Yeah. Player's Choice Godfest roles. So I got Beast Rider, Parvati, and then Umiyama. This was like, oh my god, interesting. Very interesting. I got myself an Umiyama. What I could possibly use him for is as an obvious spike leader for low-cost dungeons. I'm not going to evolve him yet until I get another Umiyama somehow. And so on. Okuninushi, however, I might try to evolve, because he's not very cut out as a first stage type monster, because his combos could go to so much better use with a higher stat base. Now Lakshmi is an interesting case as well, because I want to evolve her, get her for the time boost, and just be on with my life, and so on. And I ended off with Hatsume as my final role, and I had all the materials to Ultimate Evolve her, and I did. Now Amberjack has been my saving grace for my physical team, because I saw in the Puzzle and Dragon forums that he could be very useful, and he did prove himself to be very useful. However, I should start plus egging him in order to get that RCV up quite considerably, but I have to finish plussing my Siegfried first, which is another challenge in and of itself. So anyway, Fire Sprite Parrots. Very interesting monster. I'm going to keep her. I want to keep her for some low-cost dungeons. Possibly run a fire team with her because it can generate some wood, no, fire and heal orbs, same as I forget the hero god's name, but you know what I mean. Anyway, now we move on to Satan, King of the Underworld. This was another dungeon like Zeus, which I had to stand refresh because I didn't have very good combo skills. I got orb trolled, so on and so forth. But I did manage to take him down with a physical Kieran team, which was pretty amazing because it didn't have a lot of light monsters. It was just Kieran as the main light monster. I plan to run that dungeon again, but hopefully with a full light team, possibly. I might try to evolve Athena in order to fill that green sub-slot. Water sub-slot, I might put in Siegfried. And for the extra light, I might put it in Takumi after I do some levels, so I can wipe her out, so I can wipe Satan out even faster. And now I got my second Satan on that same day. This time the second Satan was a 0 stone, which I was proud of. GC Crab was a random invade after like 20 plus runs went throughout the whole week or so when the GC collab was out. Fu was during the pink egg machine, and since it's a healer, I might keep her just in case they give her a skill up, so then I could utilize her on my potential healer team. Potential, not definite healer, but it could be getting there. And the second out of the remaining Ripper Dragons that I have is Graviton Earth Dragon. I want to Ultimate Evolve him so I can get some balanced type monsters for a balanced type Kuchu team. Unless I get a Genbu and get her upcoming balanced Ultimate Evolution, which would still be pretty sick. And so this guy would just join the ranks of the Genbu team. But Gaia Ball is self-contradictory. So I'm pretty sure this would just go on a normal Kuchu team. And now we go into the remainder of the box. Here we have Gigas and another Titan. I believe one was a Palag machine roll, the other was another random drop, so I was okay with that. Masks, King Flamey and King Woodsy. I just wanted to have all the King Slime, so I just Ultimate Evolved them. I have no real use for them yet. A lone Shimonita Leak. Shimonita Leak. Something like that. Puzz Droid. I have no use for him. I just keep him as a trophy. Dark Golem Mark II. I might use him. I might, but I don't know. Another Vampire. I'm saving him for low-cost dungeons if I ever get a good Dark lead. A Basilisk for the Hero Enhance. More evolution materials. Goemon, the Thief. I should add you to favorites. I 10 stoned this dungeon as well, or 5 stoned it, I can't remember, but it was horrifying. Griffin, I pulled him from the Palag machine. I have never used him yet. However, if I do get some good green subs and or Perseus, I might try to use him often. Freyr the Blazing Swordsman, one of my favorite fire types. All around good leader. 2 Flame Row Enhances. Just awesome. Now I just need to have some better leaders. More evolution materials. And here we have a random Aurora Dragon. I pulled him from the PEM when he was just a little Aurora Dragon. So, here he is. I mean, a little blue dragon, my bad. More evolution materials. Then Sea Serpent, random troll. Hate that. Then here are some survivors of the Eva collab. I did a some videos on that as well with my Siegfried team. If that collab ever comes back, I'm gonna wipe the floor with it. Then another Basilisk, a random Mandrake. I wanted to use Jelly's Angels because it's a very good leader actually. They just need to make a low-cost tricolor RGB dungeon, then I'm good. This was during the 8RO Ace collab, and I have to admit, he's a really good sub. I just need to get rid of that negative RCB and get some skill ups through the Shimonita leaks, because that can be very useful. And here are some Freyr skill ups unevolved. I'm still hoarding them because I'm too lazy. And some more evolution / enhanced materials. A random green pirate, because you may never know. Some baby Tamas, my third Titan. This was during a Palag machine roll as well. This was during a troll REM roll. Another Shimonita leak. Some more evolution materials. Thanatos during that Player Choice Godfest. Have no use for him yet. Another Lakshmi. I plan to evolve this one and get the blue-green version just to be diverse. 2 Strawberry Dragons, because I think I may need all those awakenings. I might. And a Drawl. Just cuz. And another Neptune. I could get another Devil Neptune. That's nice. Lots of skill up fodder / evolution materials. And Amitan from the Takaoka collab. I did videos on that as well. Lots of those, as you can see. Another Berserk, just because I wanted to test out 2 heroes. I have another video of that as well. Sorry if you hear noises. That's just me scratching my eye. Here we have Hamahime. I have to admit, her stats are mediocre, but on a Satan team, her red orb change is really, really useful. I like it. So, I might have to level it up. Here I have a Lilith, and I might try to level her up into the Devil Attacker version, if I can get past Twinlets with ease, and so on. Here I have a Vampire. This was from the Satan dungeon. Some more evolutions, another baby Tama, and a Charming Temptress Wicked Lady, same as Amahime. I just need to get some levels up on her. She could be useful. And this dragon was during this week event, if I remember correctly. All the skill up fodder in the world, more evolution materials, so on and so forth. And these 2 were from previous accounts that I decided to, my other 3 accounts that I decided to trade with myself. Because definitely everyone does that if they make alternates. But Blanc and this Noir, whatever, and will be very useful for Satan and another random light monster, respectively. Specifically Kieran, but I think I can level her up with ease without Blanc. And then we have some more evolution materials / skill up fodder / carbuncle / everything else that happened. And that's my whole box tour, folks. As you can see, the skill up fodder and evolution material ratio is stronger against my actual monsters. So that's something. And I just really like to put this in attribute form because attributes are cool. And so yeah, I have plenty of crabs to work with, a lot of fish to work with, so on and so forth. It's gonna be a pain to get the materials. That's what I'm basically going to just do my weekend on, just skill upping everything really. I have to get rid of all of these monsters that I don't need. But on another note, thank you guys for watching this very lengthy, and I mean very, very lengthy box showcase. And I hope you just enjoy this little peek into my Puzzle & Dragons world. And I hope you guys enjoy some more Puzzle & Dragons content that'll be coming your way. Hopefully I can tackle some descents that might be coming up. And I'll be seeing you next time.